sorry. I've been like MIA. I need an intro, guys. Like, I need to call you guys something, you know? Like, it can't always be like, hello, you know? Hello, guys, and welcome back to another video. I know I haven't posted in like... But we're back and we're better. I've been so busy, but I'm almost done with school this semester. But I'm starting summer classes, but they shouldn't be nearly as hard as the ones I'm doing now. But this is going to be a Q&A video slash questionnaire slash, I don't know, just whatever. It's probably going to end up being a really long video just because I talk a lot, and a lot of y'all guys probably know this. But I asked y'all guys to ask me some questions on a TikTok story, and a lot of you guys replied, so let's get started. Also, I got some mango here. Tell me that doesn't look bussin'. It has some, I don't even know what it has on. She put a whole bunch of stuff. I know it has salt, limon. It's not tajin, but it's like something. Let's get started. Okay, Brandon Reyes 0212. I know Brandon. He's always in my live, so all of these people are actually always on my live, so I actually know these people. But he asked, if you could go back in time and change something, what would it be and why? Dude, I actually have to think about this. Hold up.
Bruh.
So there was a time in high school where I started surrounding myself, like, I think it was like sophomore year, where I started surrounding myself around the like wrong people and person. And I didn't do anything bad, thankfully, but I feel like if I would have continued that friendship, it could have led to bad. But I feel like I did damage a lot of the friendships I had, and I honestly regret it because it wasn't worth it, you know? I started hanging out with this other friend group, and I basically left like my old friend group. Thank God they took me back because I still have that friend group till this day. But yeah, I basically kind of like ditched them. Another thing that I would change is just being more grateful in general. I feel like years back I used to like be upset and cry about some things that honestly weren't even bad, and after going through some things these past like 2-3 years, I now know what somewhat bad is. I just regret like overthinking about certain things for such a long period of time when half of the things were like out of my control. Next question is rompe ventanas. Y'all look up rompe_ventanas and look at the edit he made. Oh, 10 out of 10. And I reacted to it on live, and I literally like I could not get the smile off of my face. Like, I felt so loved, even though that's like probably doesn't even correlate with being loved, but I felt so loved. I'm excited. Okay, wait. I refreshed it. Ready. Wait. That's so good. But Rompe Ventanas, thank you so much for that edit, by the way. Rompe Ventanas, shout out to you. One thing they asked was, what's one thing you would tell your future self? At this point in time, if I wanted to hear something from my younger self, I would have wanted to hear that it's all going to be okay. And there's a lot that you guys don't know about me, or what I've been through, or what everybody else literally goes through. So just don't assume that everybody has like a perfect life, because nobody does. You don't, and I don't, and nobody does, and nobody will. Next comment is by Shirley_II26, and it is there any goal you want to accomplish? Yes, there's a lot of goals I want to accomplish. I want to graduate from college. I want to have a platform, just be an influencer, be able to influence, inspire others. There's a lot of things that I feel like I have been forced to learn at a younger age, and I feel like I can possibly be able to educate and possibly like help people out, maybe if they're going through the same thing, or educate people. I will get more into detail with that in a couple of minutes. _Kelly_Ramos_, that's my cousin. Anyway, she said, what are your future plans? any plans I've ever made never went the way I wanted it to. So honestly, as long as I'm like healthy or whatever, I don't care. Like, I mean, life is gonna do its thing. I mean, my dream job would obviously be to like be an influencer, but I feel like that's gonna take a lot of time, especially in the day we live now, because I feel like everybody's trying to do that because it seems easy, but it really isn't. Like, editing is not easy. Have to maintain a certain image on social media too, and I'm just starting out. Like, I just have like 3K on TikTok, 6K on my other TikTok account, so it's like nothing compared to like bigger influencers, and I already have like so much hate. So you have to be somewhat emotionally stable to be able to do social media. But my future plans, I mean, career-wise, if social media doesn't work out, or if I continue social media in my career, would probably be to continue in the hair salon industry. Okay, Edgar Marita 2.0. So first, Edgar asks, what's one thing you wish you learned when you were younger? It can be a skill or how to do something or a point of view. I honestly wish I did do sports, kinda. Like, I played volleyball for literally one season in high school. And then I did cheerleading camp all throughout elementary school. And I did some gymnastics like for like a month. So I wish I stayed in sports, honestly. I love volleyball, but I would honestly prefer something outdoor because I love being outside. So if I like soccer would have been really cool to be able to learn. But what's something you wish you understood when you were younger? Nobody cares, really. At school, once you graduate, you literally are probably not gonna see anybody you see every single day for like 10 years of your life. You're not gonna see them anymore. So regardless of what happens in high school, I promise you, nobody's gonna remember. And if they do remember, it'll be like for 2 seconds. So just don't be so hard on yourself throughout high school, because at the end of the day, like, it's literally pointless. It's literally pointless to even give thought to someone talking about you, or yeah. My TikTok story only had like 22 views, so I didn't have, those are literally the only questions, but I'll probably do like another updated version of this maybe when I have a bigger platform, if I ever do. I did want to answer some basic questions for those of y'all that don't know me. My name, or my full name, is Lucy Sales-Ramos, or Lucy Sales-Ramos. I am from Mexico and Honduras. I live in South Carolina, and I don't have any pets besides a turtle and a cat. Y'all guys probably know Nico. That's my cat. He's always like in the back of my TikToks or like whenever I go live. I'm 18 years old. My birthday is July 2nd. A little bit about my family. I have a younger brother. He's about to turn 9 next month. I have an older sister. She's 22, but we're not that close because all of my siblings are half siblings. So I don't have any like 100% siblings, but like, why would I even like call them half sibling? Like, that's weird. I consider them like fully my sibling. I wouldn't even have anything to compare it to, so like it doesn't matter to me at all. I'm just glad I have siblings. So I have a sister. She's 22. She lives in Baltimore, so I don't really get to see her except like during the summers and stuff whenever she comes to visit. And then I did have our oldest sibling, an older brother, but unfortunately he passed away when I was like 7 or 6. I was really young. I never saw him because they sent him to Honduras because he was really sick. He was a special needs boy, and that's why I'm like really strong on. That's why I'm really strong on just people being nice to like special needs people, because I mean, I like see the pictures of him and I wouldn't want someone to be mean to him, you know? And it's just, they can't help it. So just please be nice to special needs people at your school, because even if they do something like considered weird, they don't think the way we do. He was really sick. He was paralyzed. Half of his body was paralyzed, and Medication is really expensive here, so they transported him to Honduras. Probably would have been like 25 now. I don't honestly like remember anything, so I can't necessarily say like, oh, I'm so like hurt about it. But it does hit home because I could have had like an older brother, you know? And my life would have been so different with him. On that note, my parents are divorced, hence the half sibling situation. My half sister is sister based off my dad's side, and my half brother is brother based off my mom's side. My brother was born when I was 10. My parents got a divorce when I was 10. A lot of my friends and family obviously know the reason behind their divorce, but I don't want to talk about it at all. So, but I kind of just wanted to throw that out there because in case anybody ever needs to talk about that, I understand completely. It's really hard to transition in between a 2-parent household to a single-parent household, and just I even remember till this day like how it was seeing my dad after not seeing him for like a whole week after their separation, and it was really sad because I was like used to seeing him every single day. But I mean, to this day, I just see him a couple times a week. Both of my parents are remarried, so I understand that transition as well, if anybody needs to talk about that. It's not easy. It's not easy. It sucks because you want, like, both of the people you love the most on this planet to be under the same roof. Like, one last time. Like, just try it one more time. But, you know, I mean, you can't do anything about it. Life goes on, whatever. There is one more thing I want to talk about before I conclude this video, and that's a little bit about something I still to this day kind of am dealing with, and I don't think I've ever talked about this online. I think I posted try to spread awareness, but I don't think anybody that I currently have in my platform now even saw it, because that was whenever I had a really small following. Growing up, I was really skinny, like really skinny, and I wouldn't eat because I didn't have an appetite at all. Not mentally, I just actually didn't have an appetite. So I had to go to many doctors because they couldn't figure out like why I didn't have an appetite. And turns out I don't know if this is exactly how to word it, but I don't remember this. I was like 6. There was something wrong with my spine, I think. So the nerves that send like I'm hungry like waves to your brain didn't work. I don't know. Like, I literally don't know. Just know that my stomach didn't know how to tell my brain that I was hungry. I literally didn't have an appetite. So I had to go to a chiropractor, and he would always like do stuff to my spine and my back, and I was on medications. That way I would have an appetite. My mom was a really skinny person when she was younger, so I didn't necessarily like find anything wrong with that, but I guess I did have a problem. So I started eating just like a normal kid after I was on medication for a long time, and I gained a lot of weight, like a lot of weight. I wasn't necessarily overweight, but I was bigger, and I never acknowledged it because I mean, you don't know much as a kid. You just care to have fun and be fun. As a kid, you don't care about what you look like. That's why kids are so innocent, because they're just in their heads worried about having fun, and you know, they don't care what they look like. I was still bigger up until like 8th grade of middle school. In middle school, I started getting basically bullied and like comments on my weight. Apparently it's a trauma response to have like a really bad memory. So I do have a really bad memory, and I don't recall a lot of big things that have happened in my life. And some of the really traumatic days, I can remember it from the second I woke up to the second I went to bed. But there's some things that I don't remember. And my mom said that I would come home and people would like say some pig, like call me a pig, or like make pig noises to me, which is really sad. It actually made me cry whenever like she told me that, because actually she told me like this year, because my brother was talking about it. it's just really sad that I started to compare myself with like the popular girls, and they were skinny and they had this body and I wasn't skinny, and I would wear like weird clothes. So I started to compare myself a lot, especially transitioning into 8th grade to 9th grade was when everything started. Any meals during 9th grade I wouldn't eat at all. Like I wouldn't eat breakfast, I wouldn't eat lunch. I would eat like a little bag of goldfish for lunch, or I would simply go throughout the entire day just chewing gum. I did lose like 20 pounds that year by doing that. So I just wouldn't eat, and I lost weight, and everybody obviously started to comment on it. People that hadn't seen me in a long time started commenting on it, saying how pretty I looked, how did I lose weight so fast. And I did go to the gym, but I honestly didn't really do anything. Going into COVID, it started getting worse. I would leave my plate there. And would take like 2 bites and tell my mom that I wasn't hungry, and she would be like, you have to eat, like I'm gonna take you to the doctor, like you have to eat. And they would always like just say like I wouldn't eat as much. Like I never told her, I would just say that I wasn't hungry and stuff. And it got so bad to where like I couldn't stand up without like getting dizzy. I would get my blood drawn and I would literally like pass out, and they would say like, oh, you probably have anemia. I never had anemia. I think I was anemic when I was younger, and they drew my blood to make sure I didn't have anemia. And they also added in like eating disorder in my files at the doctor's office because my mom told them that I didn't eat. But they didn't do anything about it, so it kept going. So yeah, I think the worst years were 9th and 10th grade. I literally was going through it. I would take pictures of myself in the mirror every single time like I thought I looked fat, and I would make sure like I was still skinny and that I hadn't gained any weight. And in my mind I had it set to if I was 90 pounds and not over it, then it was okay, like I could eat. And if I was over 90 pounds then I wasn't allowed to eat. I started like counting calories a lot, and I still have that problem where I do look at calories, but it's not necessarily like related to the eating disorder anymore. It's more to like my fitness goal and journey. A lot of those things do like kind of trigger me, especially like now that I go to the gym and I eat everything, and I think I'm almost fully recovered. It was just still like really recent to me. I've been basically like a year clean now. I had a really close friend who really like helped me get through it, and a lot of friends actually, like a lot of my friends didn't really know. They just assumed that I kind of like grew, and that's why I got skinny, and I hit puberty and that's why I got skinny. But I'm not sure if it would have been that same way, because I don't think I developed the way I should have developed. I was really slow on growing. I actually grew half an inch this year, and I'm 18. It's the first year where I'm fully eating like everything, you know, like I eat all my meals for the most part, and I'm not necessarily worried about like gaining weight anymore. If anything, I want to gain weight, because now everybody tells me like I'm so skinny and stuff. Obviously you can never satisfy someone, but I just want to be healthy, you know, like I don't care what I look like, I just want to be healthy. A little bit about my recovery journey. I honestly just had the mindset like I just want to live the longest life possible and be a great mom one day, and I can't do that if I'm continuing this, because everything has consequences, and I am dealing with some consequences to this day. For example, I have acid reflux, so I can't eat like I can't drink sodas, eat spicy foods, eat foods with a lot of grease. Like I can, but it feels like someone's sitting on my chest when I do, so I have to take Tums. Y'all guys probably know what that is, and this other medication that I was prescribed So I deal with a lot of stomach problems now because my stomach wasn't used to like eating the amount of food I eat now. But it's all part of the recovery process, and it's okay to the recovery process is honestly not perfect. You will have some days where you still don't eat compared to like other days, and you still will like look in the back of like some packages and look at the calorie count. But if you are dealing with this, please DM me. I would love to help and talk about it. I think some people don't have the support that they deserve. A lot of people end up unnoticed in going through stuff and nobody knows or notices. And if you are, my DMs are open. I promise you I'll answer. You're beautiful regardless of what you look like. At your funeral, nobody's going to remember. No one's gonna say, oh yeah, she was fat. No one's gonna say, oh yeah, she was skinny. Oh yeah, she had a big butt. Oh yeah, she had big boobs. No one's going to say that. They're going to remember you for your actions, for your generosity. They're not going to remember you for what you look like. So keep that in mind. That's it for this questionnaire. I got a little bit more serious and I guess deeper than I usually would. I feel like it's very much needed to spread awareness about certain things and to inform y'all and educate y'all, because that's all I really want to do with my platform. And if you guys ever need to talk to somebody about literally anything, my DMs are always open. Remember, you guys are beautiful. You guys are loved. Don't freaking care what other people think about you. That is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys got to learn a little something about me. I'm really excited for this journey. I honestly don't know what God has in store for it, but regardless, even if my platform remains small for like a couple of years, I'm just glad that I have some honest and genuine supporters, such as you guys that are watching right now, probably. So thank you so much for your support. It literally never goes unseen. I literally talk about you guys to my friends and sometimes even brag about y'all. So I promise you, your support never goes unseen. You never go unseen. You're beautiful. Have a great, beautiful rest of your day, night, whenever you're watching this. Make sure to subscribe, give it a like. Have an amazing day. Bye.